we think are cool.
Yeah, so I think it's that time of the year to look at. Maybe we'll do a 2017 one.
That's what I'm saying.
If you all have suggestions, what we're going to talk about right now is the Guitars Gift Guide.
Last year we put up an article, and the title was 2016 Guitarist Gift Guide for Shoppers Who Have No Clue What to Give a Guitarist. So this is us revisiting that and just kind of refreshing it, I guess.
Yeah.
So first on the list for what to buy is guitar strings.
Yeah. I think this year we've seen a big kind of one of the shifts we've seen, and maybe it's just proximity effect, I don't know, is more people who are willing to try premium strings.
Yeah.
Whether was it like, I think Ernie Ball came out with some strings that are like crazy expensive. They're like the Ernie Ball Platinums. Is that right?
I don't remember the specifics,
like
but I know what you're talking about.
They're like $30 a pack or something. I might be thinking it might be a different brand. They probably were out last year in 2016, but I didn't really think about them too hard. Were like the Diodario NYXLs. So last year, we said string subscription, and maybe as an addendum to that, I would say like
premium strings.
Buy somebody a pack of premium strings.
In the grand scheme of things, as far as like gifts go, it's not that big of a deal to go spend $25-$30 on a premium set of strings. Our buddy Gabriel Sonoro, who's been a supporter of the show in the past, he makes just about the best damn strings you'll ever find in the world. And what do those cost? I think they're like $25 to start or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
That's just me guessing. Steve is furiously searching on his phone to find the real price. But we've talked about him before. Gabriel hand winds those strings. And when I say hand winds, his bare fingers are on the string, wrapping the coil around the outside of the string, the wrap around the outside of the string. And then on, I think on the premium sets, he'll do like silk wraps around the ball ends. So if you're shopping for someone who has a specific style guitar, he can make a set that will be custom made just for that style. Say it's like a Jazz Master or some sort of like fun Gretsch or something like that.
Yeah, just a basic electric guitar string from thegts.co. The GT rounds start at $21. That's for the basic.
And that's a great gift idea.
If you want he's got a few artist series type deals. Am I talking about the right thing? Maybe I'm not.
But and then another option for strings is if you're not confident ordering a set of custom strings from Gabriel or whoever else you find that makes custom strings. If you walk into a Guitar Center or any guitar shop and they have like a big box of like Diodario strings for like a good deal, like 10 sets in a box, you buy that for someone that's a guitarist and they're going to get use out of that eventually. It might take them a couple of years, but they're going to use all those strings. Even if there's not the same brand of string that they like to use, every now and then they're going to have some guitar around. They're like, I just want to throw strings on this thing and play around with it. And I don't want to commit to my other strings, or I don't have a set of strings. It's always great to have backup strings. It's the sort of gift that no one's going to be mad about because they're going to use it. What do you say, Steve?
Sorry, I got really lost because I'm on the GTS.co. Apparently, Paul Frank uses Gabriel Tenorio strings.
I'm not surprised. He's up in that LA scene.
So that's cool.
Yeah, Paul Frank is a cool guy in the guitar world right now. He makes straps and all kinds of stuff, and he's a player and likes cool gear. I follow him on Instagram. He's a guy. That's the next thing. Number 2 on the list is straps.
Yeah,
you could totally get Paul Frank to make you a guitar strap for your loved one. Remember Paul Frank? With that fun little monkey character?
Yeah, Julius.
Yeah, he's still out there making stuff and making it by hand. And he makes guitar straps that are really freaking cool. So that I don't know how much those cost, but that would be a great gift for someone, especially someone who already likes that aesthetic. But straps in general are a great gift. You can walk into any guitar store and they're going to have a bunch of straps. You can find something that's got a lot of personality that you think will fit the personality of the person that you're buying for. And I have a ton of straps around here. I always need an extra one. I'm leaving straps on guitars and moving them around, and it's like always just a little bit of a pain when I got to like pull one off another guitar and put it on a new one. I prefer to just leave them on my guitars
You know
if I can.
what's a little funny too is I found that I have like preferenced straps to where like I pull out certain guitars now and I'm like, this strap just feels all wrong.
Yeah, you have to have the right strap for the right guitar. And there's a lot of room. Like if you're like the cool, crazy like uncle type in this gift buying situation, you can get your niece or nephew or grandchild or even like your kid or your partner, whoever. If you want to get something funky, there's a lot of room to get funky, weird stuff.
Yeah.
In the strap department.
I've been seeing a lot of like the classic style woven straps are kind of having a big resurgence over the last year or so. Those are like really, I think kind of as you see more like indie and like country influence on like kind of underground rock scene, you see a lot more of like woven.
Like if you go
stylings.
over to like Soldier Strap, you can custom build straps that have all the different like vintage patterns on them and stuff. What was the other brand? There's Soldier Strap and there's Couch.
Couch is a big one.
Yeah.
We were talking about ESO straps last week.
There's a ton of strap brands.
You know,
out
Levy's is one that you find kind of in every store.
Yep.
So there's a lot of brands out there. We're still big fans of Barefoot buttons.
Yeah, that's number 3 on the list. That's made the cut from last year. I mean, we really thought this list out last year, so it's like this stuff is just going to hold up.
I feel like there's probably some other. I don't know. Would you, here's a question.
Lay it on me, man.
Would you give somebody a Triller as a Christmas present?
I would as a joke.
Not as like an actual gift.
No. I mean, it's a gift, but it's like when you give like that novelty gift to someone that you have like a fun relationship with.
Right.
I would give the Triller. I would give those finger guards, you know.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. But yeah, Barefoot buttons are still a solid gift in my book. They've come up with a couple different options recently. They have like there's some pedals that have the LED with like the little metal ring around it really close to the foot switch.
Yeah.
And you can't put Barefoot buttons on those. He's come out with one that's got a completely flat bottom, which means that it's compatible with those kinds of pedals.
Interesting, because I actually have like a couple pedals that I tried to put a Barefoot button on and I couldn't do it.
And then he's got the tall boys, of course, which are great for pedals that are on the back of people's pedal boards. And they're just a really colorful and affordable gift that most guitarists will get use out of. If you know someone who's an electric guitarist, a Barefoot button is a great gift. Like people might not even know that they want it, but they get it and they'll use it and they can use it over and over again for the rest of their life with whatever pedals that they have. And it's just a solid thing to have around. I use my Barefoot buttons all the time. I always have like at least 2 or 3 of them on my board at any given time. It's not the sort of thing where you need to have them on every single pedal, although some people do that. It's like if you've got 2 pedals that are close together or like at an inconvenient height, it just helps even that out. You know, it makes it a lot easier to reach your pedals. Like I said, great gift, totally affordable. You could buy someone like 3 or 4 of these and not break the bank, really, as far as gifts go. And then, of course, number 4, cables.
Yeah, got to get a cable.
You have to get cables. Everyone needs cables. I mean, I have tons of cables over here. We have a cable sponsor who sends us cables when we need them. And it's still like I always feel like I need one more cable around. Yeah. If you buy a guitarist a cable, it's going to get used. It's going to be a useful gift. And there's all sorts of fun options out there. Of course, you could go on sinusoid.com. There's a lot of fun color options with, just the cables in general, or putting colorful tech flex on there. Mm-hmm. It comes in a really neat like box when you order them. Really nice packaging. Great option for a gift. Of course, you could walk into any store and buy any cable, and whoever you're buying it for is going to appreciate it. There's all sorts of different like versions of cables out there with different looks and different features, and you could really go crazy shopping with those. Yeah. Patch cables too. Patch cables are a great gift for anyone who has pedals and pedal boards. They always need a couple extra patch cables.
I was rewiring my board the other day and like couldn't find patch. Oh, geez, why did I buy all that other Black Friday stuff when what I really needed to buy was a power supply?
The next thing on the list, number 5, is a looper. Last year we listed Ditto Looper specifically.
Yeah.
But I feel like this year there's a lot of options out there now.
Yeah, TC's the Flashback 2 and EHX's the Canyon both have built-in loop features.
And they're both delay pedals too, like full featured delay pedals that give you a lot of fun other things, but have a looper built in. If you know someone who just likes to hang around in the room and jam on guitar like some annoying teenager, they're going to love having a looper because it allows them to record a guitar track and play leads over it and practice. It's a fantastic practicing tool. Yeah, great gift. Great gift idea. My worship leader, I think this past summer, bought a looper for his son for a birthday present and was asking me for opinions on them, and I recommended a few different brands to him. I think he ended up going with the Boss RC.
RC3? That's, I think, the basic one.
Yeah, but that's a great looper. Like any looper pedal is going to be a great gift if you're looking to spend, we'll call that, in the $3 mark price range. Like you're going to spend probably $100 if you're getting a nice looper. I think the Ditto loopers are like $60 or something like that new. Mm-hmm. So that's more of like a stocking stuffer level depending on your budget, I guess. I don't know. If I was buying a looper for my kid and it was $60, I'd be like, that's a main gift. That's a gift under the tree.
Yeah.
And then number 6, random used pedals. I think this is one of my favorites from the list. Mm-hmm. You can go into any guitar shop or pawn shop or cruise Craigslist, and if you bought just any random guitar pedal and gave it to a guitarist, unless they're a brat, like just an awful person, they're going to be like, yay, cool, a new pedal to mess around with. Even if they already have that pedal,
yeah,
you can stack it.
There's going to be some guy
stacking pedals is awesome.
There's going to be someone who's like, if I got a Metal Zone for Christmas, I just, why did you even bother?
Well, yeah, see my previous comment about brats. You know, like if I got a Metal Zone for Christmas, I'd be like, oh man, Uncle so-and-so, Aunt so-and-so, you're the coolest. Like, this is so much fun, That's a great idea. Number 7, gig bags. These can get more expensive. I just got a mono case this past year, which is like a $200-something investment.
Yeah.
But it's something I'm going to use for decades. I have a case around that my parents bought me when I was a teenager. I'm still using it. Mm-hmm. And they're just a necessity. You can get cheaper gig bags or you can get more expensive ones, but you're going to be somewhere in between like 80 and $275 or something like that, depending on what you buy. I honestly wouldn't buy a super, super cheap, super thin gig bag because that's not going to do anyone any favors. That's the sort of thing that just gets given away with guitars. So yeah, I wouldn't go cheap on a gig bag, but you don't need to go super expensive either. If you're in the $100 mark, you're probably getting something nice. Like I said, I got a mono case. Gator makes really nice bags that are comparable and more affordable. I'm sure Levy's makes some bags and various other brands that you can just check out in guitar shops when you walk in. Do you have anything to add to that?
Nope. Number 8 was pedal kits. I haven't been following the kit market a lot this year. I know obviously like a lot of these brands are still available. Build your own clone, General Guitar Gadgets.
Mammoth has kits. JHS has kits.
Oh yeah. Are they still? Those are sold through StewMac, right?
I think so. And they're kits of some of their discontinued versions of like Tube Screamers and other pedals and stuff like that.
So that's if you know someone who is looking to get into learning more about effects and how to build them and modify them and whatever, there's a great gift for that person.
That's a more involved gift. Like if you know this person well enough to know that they'll like to put circuits together and solder things, then this is a great gift for them. Yeah.
Anyway, we'd love to hear your suggestions for great gifts.
Should we go through the not what?
Let's slam through the what not to buy. Novelty shirts. Don't buy that. There's a thing you said recently to me that you don't wear clothes that you can buy at a guitar store.
It's a personal rule. Don't wear anything you can buy at Guitar Center or any other guitar store. That's hats, that's shirts, that's shoes, belt buckles, the whole thing.
What if you didn't buy it at Guitar Center, but it is also sold at Guitar Center? I
would avoid it if it's sold at Guitar Center, especially hats and shirts. That's what I'd say. So I know it's tempting. It seems like an easy gift, but I'd just avoid it.
But I'm saying, like, what if, like...
Oh, I thought we were going to do this quick.
Okay. Any guitar amp the clerk at the guitar store recommends, because they're just trying to sell you something, maybe.
They're just trying to move product to make their boss happy.
You're going to spend a lot of money on something that doesn't have universal utility.
Yeah, and also they're talking to you. They're not talking to the person who the gift is for, so they have no idea what that person wants.
Novelty guitar gifts. Nobody really wants a lamp.
No one wants a lamp shaped like a guitar. No one wants a little statue of someone playing a guitar.
I will say one exception to this.
Okay, lay it on me.
Is themed Christmas tree ornaments. I think those are cool.
Yeah, that's appropriate.
Because they only come out once a year. They're thematic. They're dual thematic because they're both a thing that you're into and they're Christmas.
The thing that's a bummer about getting a Christmas ornament for a Christmas gift, though, is that you're not going to see it for a year.
That's fair. That's fair.
But it's like the sort of thing, like, there's people in my family who they'll give a Christmas ornament every year, but it's like the tag on the gift.
Right.
So that's a fun thing to do.
Guitar shop gift cards.
That's just so
everyone's
impersonal.
online. You know, I don't know if I feel as strongly about this now as I did then, but I do like, you know, some of these, like, I guess, like, if you got a Guitar Center gift card, because that's what we have a picture of, you could use it at Guitar Center online. We talked about how a lot of people are using online stores, but, you know, if it's a really local place, or like if you're sending it to somebody, they might not even have a Guitar Center near them, and that's where you start to really run into problems. You know, I did say, you know, use a preloaded Visa card or just straight cash, because
I mean, then
you can spend it anywhere.
This is the gift that you give to that brat I was talking about earlier. The person who is just going to be a little pain in the ass no matter what you give them, and they just want cash, but you don't want to give them cash because then, you know, they'll just use it on Starbucks or drugs, you know. So you give them a gift card to make sure that they're buying something at the guitar store.
That was a trick statement there, because Starbucks is a drug.
Yeah, chemical addiction, guys. That's it. We did it.
We made it.
Sorry if that was boring to people who are normal listeners, but who cares? Let's jump into the